Creative Magic Club. What's up? This is Sarah Mack and welcome to Creative Magic Club. Together, we'll discover inspirational stories of creative entrepreneurs living out their dreams, doing the work they are most passionate about, and building wealth in magical and fun ways. While building a six-figure income as a writer and coach, helping other women to launch their dream businesses, I've connected with so many incredible people and seen it proven again and again that you can thrive financially doing whatever it is you are passionate about. I'm here to share life-changing strategies for mindset, making money, and reaching more people with your work in a business and life filled with creativity, freedom, and fun. Hi, welcome. Sarah Mack here from withsarahmack.com. And today I'm very excited to go on a deep dive and, pull back the curtain, share behind the scenes of how I built a successful online business selling group coaching programs. So before we dive in, I want to make sure that you know about a super juicy offer that I have on at the moment. I have a sale on my masterclass for a limited time. It's called Simple Group Coaching Programs that Scale. And I share my simple process that I have used to launch group coaching programs from day one in my coaching business, making me hundreds of thousands of dollars and giving me so much freedom and flexibility in my life, while obviously making a big impact in the lives of more and more clients without putting more calls on my schedule. So in this masterclass, I share my exact decision-making process to get a group program launched, on sale, and enrolling clients and making sales, and the super basic program delivery options that's still extremely high value for clients with no fancy backend stuff or complex tech, which is how I've been running my business since the beginning. It really gets to be simple for you to change lives and make money starting now. And in more exciting news, if you know that scaling your business, impact, and income with a high-ticket group coaching program is part of your vision for 2023, then you'll definitely want to get on the wait list for the second round of my amazing new program, Profitable Group Programs. This is a live 3-month group coaching experience to launch a signature high-ticket group coaching program that can add 3 to 10K in your monthly revenue. So to get on the wait list for access to early bird enrollment and early bird pricing, send me a DM or send me an email to sarah@withsarahmack.com and I'll put the links in the comments. So also, I have a free brainstorm next week with limited spots. I still have some available where I share my secret sauce for refining a scalable group program offer that has allowed me to create offers that I have resold and repurposed for years, consistently bringing me 5-figure launches. So check out my socials, get on my email list or DM me to grab one of those spots. So for those of you who may already know, for those of you who don't, my background was in film production. And so I started my business in the middle of a career transition, in a burnout. Maybe, I know a lot of you resonate with this, like the universe kind of kicks you into a new direction if you're not listening and paying attention and, following the signs off your own accord. I had chronic fatigue for 5 years. So I really became an entrepreneur to take control of my schedule, my health, and my creative freedom, to work with clients that I love, doing meaningful work that I love, and to give me the freedom to live a life that I love. Like, I wanted to be able to choose everything in my life, the people, the places, the scheduling, which in the beginning for me looked like a lot of traveling. And I've traveled to 18 different countries in the past 8 years now. I still travel a lot, but it's more visiting friends and family in North America. Obviously, I emigrated to Canada from the UK and then again to the US. And, one of the big pieces of my vision that was really pulling for me to just clear up my schedule and my energy and my bandwidth was my hunger for creative freedom. And that has been my favorite part so far. I mean, travel has been amazing, but I'm in the final stages of editing and self-publishing my first book. And the next project, which I already have begun, is writing and recording an album. I'm also really into photography and video art and just want to be able to say yes to all the things that call me. And really that's the freedom that my business has given me. So it's always been my vision to have a lot of time freedom and flexibility in my life and my business. And so selling group programs and high ticket coaching offers has been the way that I have created that. And I never looked at a coaching business and was like, this is what I want. Even though I was like very inspired by coaches, it kind of like drew me in before I was like, oh, there's a reason that this is calling to me, right? Like it unfolded very intuitively from my vision. Like I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted that freedom. And so I was guided to like, oh, hey, like here are some options that are actually available to you right now. And that's really how it very naturally unfolded for me. So I have succeeded in creating that vision. I have my dream life with only a few calls on my calendar each week, lots of space to create. I have freedom and flexibility in my lifestyle and business. I take many 4-day weekends. I take spontaneous trips and vacations. I'm able to line my schedule up with my partner's time off. He has a crazy schedule, so thank goodness that I can do that. Otherwise, I would literally never see him. And for taking time out for creative projects like performing at festivals, creative collaborations, or taking on bigger projects like writing my book. So I launched my first business, my copywriting agency called Juicy Copy, back in 2016. And that allowed me to double my income from working as a freelance writer when I started, put up my website, did my own marketing. And then that really inspired me to launch my coaching business, which is with sarahmac.com. And that happened in 2017. And I hit 6 figures within 13 months of launching. But importantly, my coaching business allowed me to slice my working hours in more than half, which is what gave me the freedom to write my book and focus more seriously on songwriting and music production. And, I remember working with a coach in the earlier stages of my business, and I was actually writing a different book. This was back in 2015. And she was like, you know what, like put a pin in that project and really focus on getting your business to where you want it to be. And then you'll have the freedom forever. And, and I've seen that is a way that creative people tend to self-sabotage sometimes. And I was that person. Like I was just massive FOMO, wanted to say yes to everything all at once, because I was like, if I don't say yes to this, then it'll never happen. And that's a way that we keep ourselves small, right? It's safer to be scattered amongst many projects than it is to like really give it our all to bring something to part of our vision to fruition, and to go through the growth and to, put ourselves out there and sell online and go through rejection and like all of those things that unconsciously we're trying to resist. So I'm so glad that happened. Obviously, it took a while. Like this book I started writing in 2022. My first one was 2015. So it was a considerable amount of time before I finally came back around. But yeah, I had a lot of fun along the way. So that's the main thing, right? And now I have continued bandwidth to continue creating, and I'm not like scrambling trying to build my business at the same time. So moral of the story is like, if this is a part of your vision, go all in on it initially to open up that space for you. And, obviously I was still creating much sooner than last year. Like since the beginning, I've had more time and bandwidth, and that has only grown and grown and grown year after year after year as I've continued to refine and scale my offers and my income and reduce the amount of time that it's actually taking for me to run my business. So, actually my vision came to life very quickly, considering I had no business training beyond my skill for copywriting. I had not been to business school. I had no certifications. I don't really believe in certifications. I still don't have them. Like I'm constantly educating myself and learning, but I'm all about getting paid to learn, because I just never really had another option like than earning while I was learning. I love to quickly implement what I learned to create results in my own life, and then to support others to create results in their life. So I actually started my coaching business with group programs. I started with a low ticket or group offer for a few $100s, very small numbers of people. I only had 200 people on my email list. And then I went on to launch high ticket one-on-one, starting at $3,500 for a 3-month package. And then I've made money with a mix of high ticket one-on-one and group coaching programs, as well as self-paced courses for the past 5 years. And It's really been creating high value offers that I've consistently sold to a small number of clients in my very small audience that has allowed me to grow to making six-figure years quickly. We'll get back to the episode in a moment, but first I want to tell you how I went from wondering if anyone would ever pay me thousands of dollars for my support with mindset coaching to consistently signing dream clients paying me prices like 3K, 10K, 15K and more. Learning how to tell my story online is what has made the biggest difference and has led me to making six figures, working with clients I adore, while traveling to 18 different countries, writing a book, and recording songs for an album. Freedom Club is my year-long mastermind where I teach you how to do it too. By mastering six-figure storytelling and a simple content strategy, I went from hearing no at the end of every sales call to signing five-figure dream clients in my DMs with ease. And from a $0 launch to consistently signing soulmate clients every month organically through social media. I went from undercharging, overworking, and overthinking my prices to receiving $1,000 to five figures for my coaching programs and creating so much freedom to rest, play, create, and adventure in my dream life and business. Freedom Club is now open for enrollment. It's high-touch daily support for you and your business, with a one-on-one kickoff call to get crystal clear on exactly how to attract the perfect fit clients into your high ticket offer through your storytelling. You also get daily access to tailored support in our group Voxer Chat, where you'll feel supported, seen, and inspired by our intimate community of heart-centered creative entrepreneurs. Plus, twice each month, you'll have hot seat coaching with me in our group coaching calls to dive deep into content edits, mindset shifts, energy management habits, launch strategy, or any back-end business support you need. And you'll have VIP access to my extensive training vault on everything you need to run a six-figure coaching business, from content and social media strategy to money mindset, sales trainings, and lean team building, plus free access to any live programs or masterclasses I run throughout the year. This is the long-term foundational support to take your dream coaching business to six figures. Now you know you're ready to help more people with your incredible work by focusing on high ticket sales. You can apply today at withsarahmac.com/freedom club. So here are some examples of some of the programs that I've created. And, just know that there's 50 million different ways to offer a group program. And this is just the way, I always encourage clients, and this is how I teach, is to get really clear on your sweet spot. What is the highest value expertise that you have embodied that, is truly the most valuable to the types of people that you're interested in working with? And then working backwards, what is an offer that's really going to help them move the needle and creating that transformation? So your programs don't have to be like mine. They don't have to be like anyone else's that you've experienced, been in, or seen out there on the internet. You really get to create in your own unique way and based on your own experience of what has worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, what you've liked, what you want to innovate on. This is so important to remember. I like longer term programs because a lot of my work is very mindset focused and habit and skill building. So, the longer time I have with clients, the more time we have to go through all of the growth and all of the shit that's going to get kicked up for them when they start doing this work, and to have that support to move through it really quickly, to embody the skills that are going to create results for them for the rest of their life. So most often my programs have been a minimum of 3 months. I also have Freedom Club, which is my mastermind, which was 6 months initially, and now it's 12 months. Where you get access to absolutely all of the programs, everything that I've created, a lot of high touch tailored support with your content messaging, launch strategy, money mindset. This is my 3rd year running it. I began selling it at $3K for 6 months. Every time I relaunched it, I would bump the price up by 500 or 1,000. I was selling it for, 3,500, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. And now it's a year-long program and I sell it for 10,000. My OG first ever, most successful high ticket group coaching program is Create Money the Fun Way. This is classic. All of my alumni clients continue to re-enroll and take that program again and again and again because these are the money mindset fundamentals. And it's really, I documented week by week the process that I had just been through that allowed me to get to six figures within just over a year after launching my coaching business. And when I initially sold that, I was at 1,500. I've sold it up to 3K and more. And I've sold it as a live, as self-study, as Voxer only. And then we have Tell Stories That Sell, which I made in 2019. All of these programs I've launched multiple times each year since creating them. Tell Stories That Sell started out as a one-on-one, and then I sold it as a group. I sold it as live. I've sold it as self-study from prices ranging from 1,000 to 3,000. That's actually an 8-week program. And then I have my new program, Tell Stories That Sell, which I created this year in January. My first launch was a 13K launch. I'm now relaunching it for a second time. It's with all repurposed content. The program is already made, so it gets easier and easier every time you launch. This one is a live 3-month group coaching experience focused on launching your signature high-ticket group coaching program to add 3 to 10K to your monthly revenue. So very often, clients will enroll into my high-ticket private mentorship from their experience in my group coaching program, which makes it such easy enrollment. I've had experiences, with sales calls, without sales calls, with just like really simple DM conversations. And I love this way of working and inviting clients into my world and delivering value and then continuing to build working relationships with people. And as a manifesting generator in human design, I like that variety. Like I like being able to create programs and offers around different topics and focuses and talking about many different aspects of my work. And this way of creating and selling in my business has allowed me to have 6-figure years with a ton of freedom and flexibility in my schedule, no more than 2 to 4 hours of calls on my schedule each week, and marketing in under an hour a day on average. And most importantly, having so much fun creating and delivering and serving. So I've sold group programs priced from 1,000 up to 6,000. I've sold high ticket mentorship priced from 3,000 up to 16,000. I've had 5-figure launches from group programs with no sales calls, no paid ad strategy, purely through organic social media content and email marketing. I currently sell a year-long mastermind priced at 10K, a 4-month one-on-one package priced at 15K, and I've had a 10K group program launch while I was on vacation using completely repurposed content from a previous launch. This just goes to show how simple it really gets to be when you are skilled at doing this. So the people who don't tend to succeed at selling online coaching programs and group programs is not doing the work to get targeted and precise in their messaging. So the 10K launch that happened on vacation, the first time I created that program, it was a $0 flop launch. And I was just thinking about it. That was called the 6-figure creative, which is actually the title of the working title of my book, which is so funny. Like I really think these concepts are like songs or pieces of art, like our programs and our work and our message is like channeled through us as the perfect person to deliver this, because it's the same themes that come up. Even when I redesigned this program, I was like, well, that program didn't work, so I need to design a new one. I literally created a whole new program, like really focused on my messaging, and that became Tell Stories That Sell. And I didn't even notice that it was the same program. I'd literally just like channeled it in a different way and really refined the messaging and the positioning. So this work makes a difference. And that allowed me to have a 10K launch while I was on vacation, like no live streams, nothing. Okay, so another reason why people it doesn't work for people is because they don't do the mindset work to really get behind their offer, their pricing, and their sales strategy. So what happens when you don't do this is you get thrown off when it looks like it's not working. And that's what causes the exhaustion, right? That's what makes you feel burnt out and not want to keep going, because clients will come to me and they'll be like, it's not going that well. And they're like, okay, like what's not going well? And they'll be like, well, people have reached out, but they haven't bought. It's terrible. And I'll be like, oh, people have reached out, like it's working. Even if people hadn't reached out, I'd still be like, are you showing up and selling? Then your launch is working, right? So having that mindset, if you're like, it's working, even if nobody's engaging, all I have to do is show up with messaging that obviously I've tested and made sure, is calling in the right clients, which I support people to do in my programs. Follow through on your launch, because most often people don't buy until the very last minute. So this one client in her launch, she sent out the links and one person ended up buying. So what she had interpreted as something that wasn't working turned into it was actually working. This is why energy management and mindset is so important, because if we're in that mindset, we're exhausted, we're getting burnt out, and we're not executing on the actions that actually produce the results. And this is it. People not following through on their launches. This is why it doesn't work a lot of the time, is when you actually reflect and you look back and you track and you're like, how many times did I promote this? Did I communicate that deadline? Did I follow through past the finish line? Usually the reason you don't have the result is because the answer is no, or you kind of half-assed it and then dropped off because you got lost in your mindset, or you got distracted, or you self-sabotaged or procrastinated because you weren't focused and you didn't cultivate that follow-through mindset. So these are the reasons why, people don't get results that are totally possible for them every single month when they consistently commit and follow through on a simple launch plan. That's not going to kill you. That's possible even if you're sick, even if you're on vacation, you can manage it. So this approach that I use involves no ads, no automations or funnels, but I do repurpose content. So I'm not completely creating content from scratch every day, but I was in the beginning, and that took me no more than 1 hour a day on my marketing content. So what's really required is a willingness to show up and share pretty much daily on social, 4 times a week minimum. I send 3 to 5 emails a week, and I've been consistent at that since day one of my business, even though I have a tiny list of a few hundred people. Your email list really will make you the most money when you sell consistently, even if there's hardly anyone on it, and even less actually opening your emails. It can still make you 5-figure months. So do not get in your head about audience numbers. Create an amazing, valuable, life-changing offer built around your embodied wisdom. Be really consistent at selling it. Deliver your work, your content, and your offers in the ways that are fun for you, because they are built around your strengths. And really focus on getting in the same room as the right clients and open your mouth, and it's going to be life-changingly valuable for them. And this is something that I share with clients a lot, especially if people have been through some type of coaching certification, or you've had that experience where you've worked with many different types of people. It can get confusing what you're actually good at and what you like or you don't like doing. And this is why I'm not a huge fan of that approach in coaching certifications, because when you get on a call face-to-face with the right person who's the perfect fit to learn specifically from you, all you have to do is open your mouth and you're going to be able to help them. All you have to do is be available to answer the questions that are coming up for them now, and you're going to be able to help them to get to where they want to go. And this happens when you lead with sharing your story. This happens very naturally. Because when you lead with your story, you attract people who are specifically attracted to you for very specific reasons. And those are your soulmate clients. Those are the people that are meant to work with you. Those are the people who you can help with your eyes closed because you've walked the path before them, and they want what you have. So it's very easy for you to mentor and support them to create those results. So I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars sharing my story online and having so much fun creating group offers that have helped clients to make so much money and launch their dream lives and businesses too. And most importantly, have fun doing it and have a life doing it and not be super burnt out by business. So it doesn't get much better than that in my book. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with this work, and I'm so excited to be sharing more about group coaching programs with everyone who knows that that's a part of your vision, and that just feels like an in alignment business strategy for you to create more time, flexibility, and freedom. So please reach out with insights and questions if you'd like to chat about how I can support you to bring your group coaching program to life and have your next 5-figure launch while experiencing so much fun and freedom in your dream coaching business. And if you know anyone who needs to hear this message, please share it. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.
For more inspirational content, head over to my website withsarahmac.com and please support the show by liking, commenting, and subscribing.